It's in a shopping garage.
You know what a fucking is? Tiny little, you know that guy who has that tiny ass little red car?
Yeah.
That's exactly what they're about. My dad has one. I was gonna try and fucking drive it. They were fixing it today, but they couldn't get it in time. Who the fuck? He has the game at 6. Start at 6. If it was at fucking 7, I would have been driving it.
Please, Dad, let me drive the little Texas Cruiser, please.
Dude, it's a fucking fun ass car to drive though. Cause you feel like you're going fucking 40 and you're going at 20. Is that JP? Okay.
JP, it is. Warner, what's that JP? Getting excited and he skips over there.
No.
Warner has feelings.
It's not.
What are you gonna do about it, loser?
Yeah. Okay.
Warner's gonna love it. Sorry. He's towing it towards us and just what they say, guys.
Awesome music here at Scott Community High School. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now. The Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now. The Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now. The Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now.
Bro, put him away. Put him away. Put those grippers away. You don't step on the floor, you slap the floor. I'm live. Go up. There's only 3. There's only 3 cheerleaders.
We can't get over there.
There. No, 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 no. I don't want to hear it. Hold up.
What have I done, Kyle?
on game time. Remember, Beavers fans, student athletes represent their teams, fellow students, teachers, and their school community. Athletes are expected to be individuals who will make a good impression for their schools. Another game day tour is coming up here on game time.
I love corporate America. Go in the car. It's very real. Use some joy. Shout out Darian. Cool. Look, Darian. What's Holcomb's record right now?
Yo, you guys forgot the bully. The little kid next to Anya Harris. You got a fucking bully.
He's embracing the country.
If you look over at my coach, you just see barely a call. Thanks a lot.
Gone to the wind. Gone to the beast. Freaking barely. Shout out to
It's so much fucking easier than
Miles brought the expedition. It was mainly for the mortgage stuff. The expedition? The parking lot. Miley made it. Oh, cheerleaders left.
Game time is being brought to you in part by Sharp Shooting Supply, proud supporters of the Beavers.
Oh, here comes the band.
Including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com and download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
Here at Scott Community High School, we're your home for the best music.
Home of the best music and just like Imagine Dragons.
Sports have this amazing way of making a positive impact in our community, whether it's helping children, boosting local economies, or creating role models. That's our goal at American Implement, too. We believe in being a part of the communities we serve by just being a good neighbor. Thanks for being ours.
Fairly Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairly Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
Brett Post and Travis Vaughn. Tonight's officials meals are sponsored by the Original Grande.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides new and used vehicles. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet and GMC dealership in Scott City.
To us, it's about so much more than just providing the technology. It's about enriching the communities we live in, because your community is our community. Where you live, where you work, where you play, we do too. whatever you do. And wherever you are, our service supports you. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas.
BBN is brought to you by American Implement, All-in-One Wash, B&H Paving, Fairley Company, Faroe Heating and Cooling, First National Bank, Great Western Tire, Harris Chiropractic.
Came in, so he's already been through the fire with this game one time, or at least at half. He really throws a nice football.
Absolutely. They do have a lot of experience up front. It starts with their tackles, their bookends. Drayton Knoll, the right tackle. Cooper Tishner, left tackle. Crown Lairs are senior. They start 3 seniors and 2 juniors. But this is a team that can be pretty explosive, and they like to go vertical, but they've kind of gone back a little bit more of a balanced offense as well.
Want to run as much as they throw?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, they have always thrown it really well.
On the other side, Scott City, they've been pretty explosive offensively over the last few games as well, averaging 400 yards a game, 250 on the ground, about 140, 150 through the air. But a lot of the weapons as well for Scott City. Start with Cam DeVolgamore, Colin McDaniel, Avery Knoll, even to get in Jackson Rumford. And just to name a few, both these teams have a lot of skill players that can hurt you in the open.
I agree. I just think, you look at it, we got running backs. We got a great bevy of running backs. They have great running backs. Got 2 good quarterbacks.
All right, let's take a 90-second break. We'll have the starting lineups, keys, and the kickoff. This is Beaver Football. home decor. Come in and see their top lines of furniture and appliance from Lazy Boy, Sealy, GE, and Speed Queen. Deckmart Furniture and Appliance has 2 floors of quality furniture and appliances for every room of your home. Stop and see what's arriving daily at Deckmart Furniture and Appliance on Main Street in downtown Scott City, where they service what they sell. And we welcome you back here to Scott City's Darner Field as we will right now close to 6 o'clock. Let's bring you starting lineups here tonight. Presented by Security State Bank in Scott City and Leota Free Bill Pay and Online Banking, safe, secure, and easy to use. Member FDIC. First for the Holcomb Longhorns, Trey. You'll have Tracer Chapman and Oscar Mendez, Brooks Bailey, and Colin McDaniel are the outside backers. Corners, Alex Tarango, Cam DeVolmore. Tarango with his first varsity interception of his career last Friday night at Hugoton. And the free safety is the veteran, Avery Knoll. Scott City will be without Brevin Volgamore at center tonight. He got hurt in practice on Thursday. He is in street clothes and on crutches. It'll be Ryan Lotto who'll be the starting center tonight for the Beavers. So those are your starting lineups for Scott City. And keys to the game presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. Your keys to the game. Let's go over to Tim McGonigal.
Well, we already talked about it. We think both teams are pretty evenly matched. So when you have evenly matched teams, what decides games? Turnovers. Short field position after turnovers. What causes turnovers? Hard hitting. What do you think we're going to see tonight? Hard hitting. These two guys, these two teams, love to play each other. I think there's going to be hard hitting. I think there's going to be big turnovers. I think that's what's going to decide the game, especially if those turnovers come in short field positions. I think they'll lead to points.
It's, once again, your keys to the game. Holcomb won the toss, and the Longhorns of Holcomb deferred to the second half. And so they will defend the south goal. Scott City will be on offense first in their home. Dark blue tops with the light blue helmets and pants. And the white numbers and letters. Holcomb wearing the road white tops and pants, black helmets, the H on the side, black helmets with the orange trim around that. A beautiful evening, 68 degrees here as we're approaching kickoff. An outstanding crowd on hand here tonight at Darner Field, week 6 of high school football. We have two pretty good kickers here in this game. One of those for Holcomb being the one that's going to kick it off, Emmanuel Anguiano. He has 7 touchbacks this year. Alex Tarango and Colin McDaniel set to receive as the part of the field is covered with the west stands, the shade of the stands on the west side. Anguiano will kick this one off, and we're underway here in Scott City. Tarango to take it from his own 9. Up the middle, 10-15 across the 20, 25, and across the 30. He'll be brought down at about the 32-yard line. On the stop was Angus Smith, but good field position for the Beavers to start this ball game off.
Oh, Adam, I love this 6 o'clock tip-off. It is just, we got some sunlight here.
Absolutely,
you know?
yeah.
I just like, I used to love Saturday afternoon ball games.
Now the Beavers will start right in the middle of the field as they run up to the line of the flex bone or the pistol wing tee, tied on the right side, and we have a flag right off the bat. Bobby Fossum is the wide hat, and I think we're going to have an illegal snap on Scott City.
That was movement, yeah, before.
And just a little miscommunication there, and learning a new center and everything.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We have a new center tonight.
1st and 15, 27-yard line, the wing to the left as they'll run a quarterback sweep left side. Cam DeVogmore in the option will turn it upfield. He will get to about the 29 for a gain of 2. Braden Baston makes this tackle, and they'll mark him for about 3 yards to the 30, setting up 2nd and 12. As they run up really at no huddle. Tight end right side. It'll be a handoff right side to Avery Knoll, trying to stretch the field to the right side. Leads the lead blocker across the 30. He'll be brought down at about the 34-yard line, and it'll be up about 3rd down and about 8.
Well, nothing fancy so far. Pretty general what we've done. Now this is 3rd and 8. You'd think maybe we might throw the football.
It'll be Bailey split to the left, Knoll to the right on 3rd and 8. Scott City this year on 3rd downs, 51%, and we have a timeout on the field already, taken by Holcomb. Coach Trey Teeter not happy with something he saw. We'll take a 30-second break. We're just 34 seconds into the game. No score. Back in 30 seconds. This is Beaver football.
Transform your farm's future with premium hybrids, robust data, and unparalleled expertise from Axis Seed Red Barn. We partner with you to customize a plan featuring industry-leading seed that matches your unique soil and growing conditions, helping you to farm differently and making your operation more profitable. Contact us at www.redbarn.ag to gain access to premium seed proven to outperform. And go Beavers!
On a Saturday night, who knows? To Darner Field. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, tight end right side on 3rd and 8. Play fake. Vogelmore down the field. Deep slot pattern is caught for Tarango on a 1st down to the 48-yard line, 49-yard line. They'll mark it on a gain of 15 for a Beaver 1st and 10.
Nice pass, nice protection. I thought for a moment Holcomb was going to get to the quarterback, but didn't happen. Vogelmore just threw a dart right down there.
49-yard line, middle of the field in Scott City territory. 1st minute of the game. Sweep play to McDaniel left side, trying to turn it upfield, but he gets upended at midfield for a gain of a yard on the play. And on the stop that time was the sophomore Corbin Johnson, setting up a 2nd and 9.
Isn't Corbin Johnson got like about 45 tackles this season or something?
Yeah, he's one of their top tacklers on their team coming in.
Yeah. And he's a sophomore.
He is. He and Mace have been their top 2 tacklers all year. 2nd and 9, midfield, left hash mark. Scott City will run an option play to the right side. Pitch is to Avery Knoll as he gets breakthrough a tackle and a nice open field play that time by Davin Hernandez. It'll be about 3 yards to the 47, setting up a 3rd and 6.
Well, here we are again in a passing situation. Will Holcomb just rush 3 or 4, or will they bring some linebackers? Try and put some pressure.
We're 2 minutes into the ball game, no score. The Beavers into Holcomb territory. They'll split Brooks Bailey to the right, McDaniel and Jackson Rumford to the left. Pistol set up a Chapman in the back. Now they'll send Knoll over to the left side. A Trim Sponge to the left side on 3rd and 6 as Vogelmore rolls to his left. Stutz up, looks downfield, and it's going to be caught for Rumford. 1st down at the 35-yard line. Just sailed it right over the top of the defender over on the left side, and it's good for 12 and a Beaver 1st and 10.
Well, I thought that Holcomb had that covered pretty well. When Vogelmore first released the pass, I thought it was going to be intercepted, but it was high enough that Rumford had to go up and get it, and, you know, he's 6'5".
That was right over the safety, Greg Martinez, who has 6 interceptions on the year. Here's a Chapman carry right side on 1st down. He's inside the 35. He'll gain about 4 on 1st down to the 30-yard line. Martinez on the stop, setting up a 2nd and 6.
Good to see Chapman back in there.
That's right.
After last week, you know, getting whatever happened to him, he was out for a little bit of the game. Oh, you never want to see kids get hurt. You want to see them to continue their season.
Opening drive for the Beavers, 8th play here at the Longhorn 30. 9:08 to go 1st quarter. Sweep play left side to McDaniel. Turns it upfield. He gets brought to the turf by Devin Garcia for about a gain of 3, setting up 3rd and 3 at the 27.
It's a nice drive going here. We really have 2 downs to get that. I doubt if we'll kick a field goal from this area. Keep pressing.
Beavers, yeah, this will be their 9th play of the drive. They've already converted 2 third downs here, but trying to get a third here. They have plenty of time to snap it. As Trango splits to left, pistol wing T, man in motion is McDaniel. To be a carry left side for Tracer Chapman. He will be brought down at the 26. Waiting right there to take him down was the outside backer, Davin Hernandez, for a gain of 1.
All right, here we go. That 4th down.
4th and 2 here as we're nearly 4 minutes into the game at the 26 of Holcomb. Beavers this year on 4th down, just 38% at 3-8. Did not attempt one at Hugoton last week. Heavy set to the right side. This will be a carry up the middle for Chapman. He's going to get to the 25, and that is it. Standing in his way was the senior defensive end, Angus Smith, and a turnover on downs for Holcomb. 1st and 10. They will have it with 8:03 in a scoreless first quarter.
Yeah, he just wasn't there. Kind of did a quick hitter back to the left side there and made it look like they were going to come to the right. Give it back to Chapman going in to the left side.
Well, Holcomb at their own 25-yard line with the ball here. Their first 26, excuse me, with 8:03 here in a scoreless first quarter. Their first possession of the game. They'll run on an offside eye with the shotgun. Keegan Johnson with 2 in the backfield. Sends a man in motion from left to right. That's Damon Mesa. They're going to run a carry right side to Manny Ray. Squirts through there. He'll take it across the 30 on 1st down. Ball came out late. Scott City says they have that football, and they do. And coming up with the football is Keith Armendariz on a nice gain of about 7. Fumble, and Scott City gets the football.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was quite a hit on Reyes. You could just see he was standing upright when he got that final shot. I never saw the football come out. I just thought, oh, he really got hit.
He was their leading rusher a year ago against Scott City. The Beavers were their 2nd series. Empty backfield. It would be a quarterback sweep right side here for Camden Vogelmore, trying to get the outside. There's a flag does fly. The official bought the sell of the Holcomb defender, and Vogelmore took it for about 5 to the 29.
Well, in pregame we talked about the turnover. So here's the turnover. What did they do? Turn around and showed their back after the initial hit?
Yeah, he's kind of putting his hands up as the defender was right at the side there. It's going to bring up a 1st and 20 at the 30 or 44-yard line. So Scott City already with 2 penalties with 15 yards. They were able to overcome a false start to begin the game, but this one's 1st and 20 as play resumes with 7:45 to go first quarter. Bobbled catch of the snap, and now here is sack on the play. Vogelmore sacked at midfield as the house was brought. Devin Garcia with his 2nd sack of the year, and the Beavers, after forcing a turnover going the wrong way, 2nd and long.
Boy, howdy, aren't we? Well, we got to have a big play right here on 2nd down. I think they were looking for Rumford. He was split out wide left, and quarterback Vogelmore looked to the right first and then switched back to the left.
2nd and 26 at midfield as Vogelmore has time as he rolls to his right, finds in the flat, caught but about a 5.5-yard gain to Colin McDaniel. The 44 brought down immediately by Hernandez, setting up a 3rd and 20.
Nice rollout to the right side, trying to get away from the Holcomb rush instead of just going straight back in a drop back pass.
3rd down and 20 here as we're under 7 to go first quarter, no score. Scott City's run 13 plays, will have their 13th play coming up. Holcomb has only run 1, and we're still scoreless. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 1 in the backfield is Edwards. Back to passes Vogelmore on 3rd and 20 as he rolls to his left, steps up, will find in the middle of the pocket. Oh, it's caught in the jarred away. The hit that time by Davin Hernandez on the intended receiver, Brooks Bailey at the 32-yard line. And, boy, Beavers a tough possession as they were unable to take advantage of short field.
Yeah, and that wasn't going to be a 1st and 10 anyway. We would have gained us 10 yards. But, man, yeah, turnover didn't help us.
Rumford is averaging around 35 yards a punt, and that is a little deceiving because of his one rough punt last week against Hugoton. Otherwise, he's averaging close to 39. Deep to return for Holcomb is going to be Corbin Johnson. Here's a good snap. And then a shank punt. Oh, my. And that's going to go out of bounds, and Holcomb is going to have good field position.
And that was a 5-yard punt?
If that. Just a 4-yard punt at the 40.
Holy cow.
With 6:23 to go first quarter.
Well, man.
Yeah, that was a tough one, but Holcomb will have great field position at their own 40. Still scoreless here with 6:23 to go first quarter.
Well, let's see what Holcomb does this time. Bet they give it to the same kid who fumbled it. You want to get him back on board. Get on the horse and ride it again.
40-yard line left hash mark, that half diamond, 2 receivers set. Now they move their tight end Angus Smith over to the right side. Johnson will hand it off up the middle to Manny Reyes. He gets swallowed up immediately at the line of scrimmage by Tanner Gooden for no gain, setting up a 2nd and 10.
Just like what I thought. Get on the horse and ride it again, Reyes.
Yeah. They'll give him about a yard. We do have an official timeout, and that Reyes is shaken up.
He sure is. Oh, he really got smacked at the line of scrimmage. So, I don't know.
2nd and 9. They gave him a yard to the 41. Football tonight is presented here by Winterland Farms, Wilkins Physical Therapy, White's Food Liner, Wheatland Electric, Western State Bank, Western Kansas Insurance, Vogelmore Family Farms, Turner Sheet Metal, True North Cafe, Trophy Wine and Spirits, and Original Grande. This is, of course, last night to recap the District 8 in Class 3A. Colby and Goodland ended up being a nail-biter, and it was Colby ended up holding off Goodland at the end 19-16, and Colby now is sitting at 3-3 on the year. Goodland drops to 1-5, and Reyes is up as under power. Hugoton went to Cimarron last night. They won that one. I believe it was 54-8. I believe it was that score, but Hugoton now 5-1 on the year. They will host Holcomb, Holcomb will host Hugoton next week.
Oh, that'd be a good game.
That's Holcomb's final district game before they take on Southwestern Heights.
That won't be a good game.
Well, nope, I was right the first time. That Holcomb-Hugoton game is in Hugoton. I apologize there.
That'll still be a good game.
Yes. 2nd and 9 for Holcomb. When play resumes, they'll put Mesa in the backfield in a pistol set. Or nope, he'll be lined up a little bit behind to the left of the junior quarterback Keegan Johnson at the 41-yard line. They'll send a man in motion. That's Corbin Johnson from left to right. It'll be a handoff to Damon Mesa. Bursts through their right side 45-yard line. He'll gain 4, setting up a 3rd and 5. We have a late flag that flew out on the far side.
I never saw it.
I think this might be on Scott City, a 5-yard, hopefully it's just a 5-yard face mask. And the officials are talking things over at the 45-yard line. It was Tracer Chapman on this tackle. I don't know. It's just a 5-yard face mask, and it's going to be enough for a first down. They actually marked it at the 46, a 5-yard run, and then the 5-yard penalty gives Holcomb the first down.
Yeah, if he had, it wasn't a personal foul, so it was just a inadvertent. You know what you called it?
Yep. Into the Scott City side of the 50 for Holcomb. Just past the midway part of this first quarter. 4 receivers set in a scoreless game. They'll send a man in motion. That's Angus Smith from right to left. Keegan Johnson will just quick toss left to Damon Mesa down the seam, and he's off to the races. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Damon Mesa. 49 yards right down Main Street, and Holcomb scores first to lead it 6-0.
Wow. Nothing fancy about that. Just a quick pitch out to him, and then he just planted his left foot and went straight up the field, Adam. We had several guys get a hand on him, but nobody really hit him. And he is faster than he looks.
Oh, absolutely. He does have sprinter speed. He has been a sprinter in high school. And they will line up for the PAT. Angriano, 25 of 32 on extra points out of the hold of Keegan Johnson. High snap, place down kick is on the way. I think he just snuck it in the right upright.
Nice.
It's 7-0 for Holcomb here with 5.5 to go first quarter. The Longhorns to kick off in 30 seconds. This is Scott City football.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas. and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
Football presented here by Stevens Veterinary Services, State Farm Insurance, Spencer Pest Control, Specialty Risk Insurance Agency, Sharp Shooting Supply, Security State Bank, Scott Pro, Scott County Record, Scott County Hospital, and Scott Cooperative Association. That drive for Holcomb goes 3 plays, 60 yards, and they take less than a minute, about 53 seconds. And it was Damon Mesa with a 49-yard touchdown run on a quick toss to the left side, the extra point in for Angriano to make it 7-0 Holcomb. And took advantage of a short field that time and a face mask as well by Scott City. A lot of self-inflicted wounds by the Beavers here in this opening half of the first quarter. Here's the kick. It's an end-over-end kick. It's to be taken by Tarango to zone 4. He'll take it up the middle, 15 across the 20. 25 is where he's going to be brought down by a trio of Longhorns led by Ethan Kinnis, a senior.
Well, you said we've shot ourselves in the foot a couple of times already this game. Boy, that seems to be kind of what we've done this season. We did that with Millwood, for sure. Time to stop.
Just the third time this year that the opposing team has scored first on Scott City, first since Millwood. And 1st and 10 from the 26. It'll be a handoff left side to Colin McDaniel, and they shut down that running lane, and he'll lose yardage back to the 25-yard line. Corbin Johnson filling the hole there. He'll lose 2 to the 24, setting up 2nd down and 12.
Ooh.
That run by Mesa was the longest against Scott City this year.
Oh, yeah?
Longest play from scrimmage.
That was 49?
Yes. The Beavers in a 7-0 hole, 4:50 to go first quarter, facing a 2nd and 12 at their own 24. Play fake, Volkmore back to pass. Now has to roll out to his right, now under duress. Steps up in the pocket, throws it for McDaniel. He'll make the catch and be pushed back. They'll mark him officially at the 28-yard line. Davin Hernandez with the coverage. A gain of 4 sets up a 3rd down and about 7.
Well, not much time to throw the ball. Volkmore was dancing around. He dances well. You know, escaping guys, but we need a nice play to get a 1st and 10 and gain some confidence.
3rd and 7, 29-yard line, and that's going to be a false start on Scott City. The quick pass out to Tarango for a 1st down as there's a legal shift, and boy, there's another one of those penalties that's killing Scott City in this first quarter. That's already their 4th penalty for 25 yards, and that'll wipe off a 1st and 10.
Oh, brother. We had a nice play going there, too.
Yes.
Quick pass right down the line of scrimmage to Tarango. Had a couple of blockers in front of him. We had the 1st and 10, but that got blowed up.
It'll be marked back at the 24-yard line, facing now 3rd and 12 for the Beavers. McDaniel, Bailey to the right, twins stacked to the left side as well on 3rd and 12 as Volkmore steps in the pocket. Fires it down the field, left side for Knoll. He will not make the catch. He was out of bounds at midfield, and he was pushed into the Holcomb bench, but they were trying to go for the football, both Holcomb and Scott City, and another 3 and out for the Scott City offense.
Well, we don't look good on offense. Defense, I thought it looked fair.
Yeah, Scott City's missed on their last 3 3rd downs.
We had that nice big drive and didn't score.
Rumford back to punt and a high snap. It's Reed Felker, freshman center, and he gets a better kick away. This will be caught or dropped at the 50-yard line. Alex Tarango with the field at that time, and Holcomb once again with a 7-0 lead in the ball back in great field position with 3:49 left in the first quarter, just a 26-yard punt.
Well, Rumford that time hit it good, went downfield with it. No return.
And so Holcomb, who started at their own 40, went down 3 plays and scored. This time they have it at midfield and with a 7-0 lead. Mesa to the right, in behind the junior quarterback, Keegan Johnson. On 1st and 10, this will be a trap play left side for Mesa, 45, and he is just tough to bring down as he gets 6 yards on 1st down to the 44-yard line, setting up a 2nd and 4.
Boy, he has a head of steam when he gets that ball.
Yes, he does.
Adam, and he's got that fullback lean. Now, Mesa was their quarterback a year ago, maybe even 2 straight years.
Yeah, he was, and, you know, he's just a thick kid. He's about 6'1", 205 and a senior, and it's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, he'll be a handful to tackle all night long.
2 receivers to left, tight end right side receiver wide to the right as they send Corbin Johnson in motion. 2nd and 4, 44-yard line. Keeper for the quarterback Johnson. He'll get a 1st down across the 40 to the Longhorn 39-yard line for 5 more. Oscar Mendez trips him up along with Tracer Chapman. But a 5-yard rush by Keegan Johnson in a 1st and 10 for Holcomb.
Yeah, Keegan Johnson, he was impressive a year ago in that ball game in the second half when he came in for Mesa, and he did it. That's really a run pass option type thing they're running there. That time he kept it.
39-yard line of Scott City. Holcomb with a 7-0 lead, 2:40 to go first quarter. Handoff to Mesa up the middle, gets across the 35. Boy, he's gaining big chunks of yardage on 1st and 10, and he gets 6 on that play, as it was Colin McDaniel with the tackle, setting up a 2nd and 4.
Oh, and they're coming right in the center guard gap. It's just right there in the middle of the field. The middle of their line of scrimmage is what they're just blasting us, running right at us. Nothing fancy. Even when Keegan Johnson kept the ball, he just went to the right of the center.
2nd and 4, 33-yard line as we're at the final 2 minutes of the first quarter. Holcomb with another impressive drive. They'll run twin stack to both sides at the Beaver 33. Mesa carry up the middle, and he's tripped up. He'll get close to the 1st down. Boy, they gave him a pretty nice spot inside the 30. It'll be close to the 1st down. Braden Brenner with a tackle, setting up a 3rd and yard.
Well, that time they pulled Cooper Titchener from the left side, and he went down, and maybe a defensive tackle or end knocked him out. Oh, man, he weighs 285. And pulled him. He runs well.
Holcomb, this is their first 3rd down attempt of the night. Scott City defense, 21% on 3rd downs this year, but this is a yard to go with 1:20 to go first quarter. They'll run a wing to the right. They'll send a man in motion. That is Corbin Johnson left to right. It'll be a keeper by Keegan Johnson. He's got a 1st down to the 24-yard line. Avery Knoll with a tackle and a gain of 5, or make that 6 for Johnson on 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, nothing fancy there. One of these times they're going to do that, fake it to Mesa, fake the run of Johnson, then they're going to step back and throw the ball downfield.
So far, all of Holcomb's yards in this first quarter on the ground, 89 of them to be exact, 69 of those from Damon Mesa. 1st and 10, 24-yard line of Scott City. It'll be handoff. This is Mesa. Bounces it out to the right side. Scott City does a better job of containing him, holding him to a gain of 1 to the 23-yard line. Tracer Chapman and Tanner Gooden with the tackle.
Yeah, that time where the hole was supposed to be, it wasn't there. And so he bounced it to the right. And, of course, Scott City had good pursuit, and we got him over there. He'd have probably been better off just going straight into the line of scrimmage.
If Holcomb does not want to, they will just take this into the second quarter, and it kind of looks like they will because the play clock is at 18. The game clock is right now at 13, so about 5 seconds in favor of the game clock. So that's kind of where we're at here. It'll be 7-0 for Holcomb as we're 12 minutes in here at Darner Field in Scott City. We'll come back in 1 minute for the second quarter. Back in a minute. This is Beaver Football.
BBN is supported by Shapland Real Estate, State Farm, The Original Grande, Bullertson Family Dentistry, Volgamore Family Farms, Western State Bank, Wood River Energy, Scott Community Foundation,
Beavers, and now Holcomb has kind of had their way since then. 2nd and 9. They'll run a Wildcat setup here. Mesa will be the Wildcat quarterback. He'll take the direct snap up the middle, and Tanner Gooden meets him up, but Mesa breaks through 2 tackles inside the 10 and down to the 9-yard line. He was met by Gooden in the hole, broke through the tackle, kept the feet moving, and 15 yards later, he's to the 9, 1st and goal.
Oh, Gooden rocked him, man. He hit him with the shoulder pad right, knocked him straight up, and then he got out of it. And then somebody else hit him there.
Just kind of watching the replay, the rest of this kind of the Scott City players just kind of led up there.
Oh, my.
And
yeah.
He's able to squirt 3.
I thought he was going to score.
I did too. 9-yard line, 1st and goal. Scott City's defense, 75% this year in the red zone. They've seen opponents go 6 of 8 on them, and the Longhorns threatening to go up 2 scores here, 1st minute of this 2nd quarter. Mesa carry, turns it right side, and a nice tackle that time. Oscar Mendez shoots a gap and drops Mesa for a 2-yard loss to the 11, setting up 2nd and goal.
There you go. Don't stand and wait. Let's get upfield and get in the backfield before he gets a chance to start running. Whew.
Yep, 11-yard, yeah.
What a kid.
He's showing his strength there.
Number 30's back in there for him also.
Manny Reyes.
Yeah, who was hurt earlier. He's back in there.
That's
good.
Receiver to the left side. A 4-receiver set, twins to both sides. 2 slot receivers there. They'll send a man in motion. Angus Smith from right to left from the 11, 2nd and goal. It'll be a toss left side to Mesa. Trying to bounce to the outside, does so. He breaks through another tackle. There's a holding. This is going to come back. Holcomb scores, but the wide hat Bobby Fossum saw the holding out on the left side there, and this one's coming back.
Rightly so. And that was the man we were talking about who was holding on to McDaniel. McDaniel got an arm out there to try and get a hold of Mesa, but his other arm was being held.
That was a pretty easy call there from that angle.
Yeah.
For the wide hat. It'll be 2nd and goal for Holcomb on the 10-yard penalty, the 21. That's their first penalty of the night, with 10:31 to go, 2nd quarter.
We have how many? 5?
4.
4?
For 25. 7-0 Holcomb. They're just outside the red zone here with 10.5 to go, 1st half. They'll run a 2-receiver set, 2 wings. Shotgun here for Keegan Johnson. Play fake, his first pass, the tip of the night, looking right, lobs it over the top, and it's intercepted. Camden Voldemort gets his hands underneath it at the 11-yard line, and the Beaver defense with a monstrous stop there, but we do have a flag on the back side.
Oh, that looks like they're pointing at Holcomb, maybe.
They're talking this one over here. Legal shift on Holcomb, so wipe it off, and Scott City +2 in turnovers tonight.
Yeah. Now, we don't have good field position, but we did stop Holcomb from scoring. So that's a good thing. Now we need to move the football some.
That was nearly a 5-minute drive for Holcomb. 10:23 to go, 1st half. The Beavers at their own 11-yard line, trailing this one 7-0, but a little bit of life maybe in Scott City. They need to take advantage of this. They'll send Avery Nolan motion. It'll be a counter left side to Colin McDaniel. Turns it upfield. 20, 25, 30. Look out. 35, 40, 45. Midfield. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Yes! Touchdown Scott City. 89 big ones from McDaniel. And the Beavers are 1 point away from tying this one up.
Oh, man. I tell you what, Adam. I was just thinking we need to get McDaniel the ball somehow in open field. Woo! And we didn't. We did. That was that inside reverse that I either love or hate. And I loved it on that one. All right. Here comes up kick by Rumford.
He's 5 of 5 out of the year. It's a new long snapper for Scott City tonight as well. It will be Brooks Bailey.
Oh, we're short a player.
Yep, there's Baylor coming out there, Vasquez. Bailey will be the snapper. Colin McDaniel to hold it. And the Beavers are 2 within 1 here with 10:09 to go, 1st half. Snap good, placed down. The kick is up, and it is true, and we are tied. 7-all. 10:09 to go, 2nd quarter. The Beavers to kick off in 30 seconds. This is Scott City football.
At American Implement, we know that our farmers and ranchers are getting up and going to work every morning to provide food, fuel, and fiber for the world. And even though time and technology keeps us constantly changing, one thing will always remain the same. We promise that we'll continue working right beside you. We appreciate all that you do for our country and our communities. From all of us at American Implement, thank you, and may God bless the American farmer and rancher.
Jackson Rumford, and we're all evened up at 7. The longest longest play from scrimmage for Scott City in 3 years since Jace Thomas's 97-yard run against Goodland in week 4.
Trying to decide, is this going to be a defensive game or an offensive explosion? And I'm still not sure.
It's been a punch for punch there, and Scott City needed to get a little jab in there, and they got a monstrous one. Rumford to kick this one at the 40-yard line as he'll kick to the north here. And deep to return will be Johnson. That's Corbin Johnson. A high short kick. This will be Mesa. He'll take the catch at the 20 or 15-yard line, goes right side. Sidesteps 2. Now trying to go to the left. He'll take it to the 19-yard line. That was well defended by Scott City. It took a convoy and then finally tripped up, I believe, Couchman and Alex Tarango. Boy, that brought a little life over to the west side here.
It sure did, Adam. Well, you have Mesa go for 49 yards, and you have McDaniel go for 89 yards. You know, they're really the two best running backs on the field. And that's what we talked about. Each team has got their own stars. We're very even offensive line, quarterback, running back.
Left hash mark 20-yard line. Mason motion as Reyes is the tailback. Corbin Johnson rolling to his right here. Keegan Johnson fires it on a wheel route. The pass is caught by Angus Smith and bumped immediately by Avery Knoll at the 49-yard line. A gain of 28. Oh, there is a flag at about the 23-yard line. Boy.
I have no idea who it's on or what it's about.
If the play stands, it's a 28-yard pass play to near midfield.
And the flag is, 3 yards downfield. That's why maybe they had a man downfield.
Yep, there you called it.
Yeah.
An eligible man downfield on Holcomb, and that'll wipe off a 28-yard pass play.
Wow, that was a great play. But it took a long time to develop for that kid to do the wheel route. Well, you know, we call it the wheel route. In the old days, we called that the chair, kind of out and up. And I don't know.
Well,
we didn't have him covered well.
And then Holcomb now with a couple of penalties that have hurt them. And it's 1st and 15 for them at their own 15. They'll split 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Tight end is going to be Corbin Johnson to the right side. Keegan Johnson will send Mason motion from left to right. On 1st and 15, it'll be a carry for Manny Reyes. Has a hole up the middle, gets to about the 20 on 1st down. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. As Aiden Presson in there playing at a rover spot with the tackle, setting up a 2nd and 10. Well, they got their yards back. So.
They did. So 2nd and 10, you know. Holcomb is a high-powered, explosive offense. So is Scott City. On any given night, could probably play with most everybody. I mean, think about Liberal. Liberal's undefeated.
Yeah.
You know, and they barely beat Holcomb. What, with 18 seconds to go or something?
2nd and 10, 20-yard line, approaching 9 minutes, to go first half, 7-all on the scoreboard. Keegan Johnson takes that play clock down. Manny Reyes on 2nd down up the middle. He'll get it 25. Oh, look out, 30-yard line. He's going to be corralled that time by Avery Knoll at the 33-yard line. That looked like he was about to break that. It's a gain of 8, or make that 13 and a 1st down.
I do think he was about to break that also, Adam. I'm not sure. I mean, they're just abusing us on the defensive line right in the very middle of the line of scrimmage. And that's where they're not going off tackle. They are pulling a tackle or a guard occasionally, but mainly it's just head up blocking.
They bring in another guard, a big Rosen. He's a sophomore. 1st and 10, 33-yard line. High snap, but it's going to be a keeper by Johnson, right side, 35, and he'll be tackled at the 40-yard line on 1st down, a gain of 7. He just followed his lead blockers to the right side for 7, and Coach Jim Turner wants a timeout with his defense here with 8:16 to go. Let's take a 30-second timeout. 7-all on the scoreboard. This is Beaver football.
Not only can you check your daily account history and spot fraud, you can also set e-alerts that will notify you if your account balance drops below an amount that you have chosen. Send notifications when your statement is available and when your loan payment is due. Don't forget about online bill paying. Check it out at fmbscott.com or come see us at First National Bank of Scott City. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Football Tonight brought to you here by Scott County Title, or Abstract and Title Company, Scott Community Foundation, Scott City Pharmacy Giftologist, Scott City Ice Center, Road and Bean Green Agency, Richards Financial Services, Our Brothers Auto Body Mechanic, and Precision Ag and Seed. Adam Kadavy, Tim McGonigal with you here from Darner Field in Scott City. With 8:16 to go second quarter. 7's on the scoreboard between Scott City and Holcomb. Longhorn ball, 2nd down at about 3 from their own 40 after that 7-yard run by the quarterback Keegan Johnson, who has 3 carries and 18 yards in the first half. Holcomb is yet to complete a pass,
which shocks me.
Absolutely. They have 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Oh, there's movement all across the board, and Holcomb moves that time, and instead of 2nd and 3, they'll have 2nd and 8.
I'm glad Holcomb has the same problem Scott City does.
A little itchy that time. And Coach Trey Teeter will send in a new play to Greg Martinez, the senior.
Well,
2 receivers set to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd down. Split to the right is Ethan Kennis, the senior. They have Mason in the backfield. He'll get the toss to the left side. Scott City had it strung out nicely, but he'll get about a yard. Nice play that time by the Beavers, turning it upfield. Tanner Good and Colin McDaniel, excuse me, on the tackle of Damon Mason for a gain of a couple.
Yeah, that was really good. We had good pursuit. We got right out there. But there again, it was taking Mesa and going sideways with him and not straight at us. I think they're way better off running Mesa straight up the field instead. He's not the guy to go sideways.
This will be the 5th play of the drive for this Longhorn series. 7:40 to go first half, tied at 7. They've converted their only 3rd down attempt of the game. They'll run a jet sweep right side, turn it upfield, and they will get him down for a loss. Colin McDaniel tackles Corbin Johnson for a loss of a yard back to the 34-yard line on 3rd down on the jet sweep. Johnson, a little slow getting up there, limps. He should be all right, but that's a big defensive stop for Scott City.
I thought there was illegal procedure or motion on Holcomb there. It just felt like they had a couple of guys moving before the ball was snapped.
Devin Hernandez to punt. He averages 35 yards a punt. Alex Tarango deep to return here. With 7 minutes to go first half, we're tied at 7. Holcomb may be short a player, and they are, and they're going to have to burn their 2nd timeout with 6:56 to go second quarter. Let's take a 1-minute break. We're tied at 7. Back in a minute. This is Beaver football.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
It's 4th and 5, or make that 4th down and 9 for Holcomb at their own 34-yard line as they will punt it, we believe, for the first time. They were short of personnel, one player, and they're down to one timeout. Here with 6:56 to go second quarter. As I mentioned, it's Hernandez, a 35-yard average. Alex Trango set to return. Here's approach and the kick. This is a short punt, and this would give Scott City X a field position. He had the old backspin on it. I think he was trying to chip it onto the green there. He'll only gain about 12 yards on the punt, and Scott City will have it at the Longhorn 46-yard line.
Man. Well, we said in pregame that we're a mirror of each other, so now they punted just like us when Rumford did that 10-yarder or whatever it was.
Definitely take that.
Yeah.
Scott City's second time starting into Longhorn territory. They went 3 and out on that series early in the first quarter. Have it at the Holcomb 46 here. Trango will be split to the left. As the team breaks the huddle, they'll send Rumford tight in the right side. Pistol wing T, Nolan motion. Handoff right side. Tracy Chapman turns it upfield. 40, and he almost broke it. As the safety, Greg Martinez with the stop. And a nice run by Chapman up the gut for about 8 on first down. Make it 9.
Good play. Chapman runs with reckless abandon. If you've ever heard that before.
Yes.
I love that comment and term. And he has it.
As 2nd and 2 here for the Beavers at the 38 of Holcomb, approaching the midway point of the second quarter. Receiver left, now they empty Chapman to the right. He'll be a receiver out there. Empty backfield on second down. Sweep play right side to Avery Knoll. Trying to get to the outside. Holcomb strings it out nicely, but second effort as he gets by a Longhorn and gets the first down. It looked like it was going to be stopped for a 2-yard loss of the 40. Somehow Knoll found a crease and took it to the 34 for 4.
Yeah, he come to a complete stop out there. And then he started up again, went around to the outside. I think he wanted to cut up inside our blocker out there. But we got the 1st and 10.
34-yard line, 1st and 10 for Scott City. 5:50 to go first half. Scott City was not set that time. And that's going to be their 5th penalty of the night.
We come pretty close on that. We snap the ball so quickly. Quarterback's got to look around a little bit. And the guys just got to get themselves set quickly. And I'm sure they work on that we've had that for 2 years. What's going on here?
Well, just bringing in a new play.
Oh, no, they threw the flag out to Vaughn over there.
Yeah. He did a good job of tucking that in his back pocket after he threw it. 5:30 to go first half.
Yeah, that's where we'd like to see him keep it,
yeah,
too.
Rest of the night. Pistol wing T, 1st and 15. Play fake. Rolling to his left is Volkmar. He will go at the flats. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Jackson Rumford. It was a tight window as Martinez was covering him. I think some of the Scott City crowd wanted a flag below me for interference, but that was just good coverage, 2nd and 15.
Well, you got Volkmar running to his left. Almost full blast speed. And now he's a right-handed quarterback. Now he's got to throw the ball on target to another guy running full blast across the field, dragging across. It's kind of hard to do that.
7-all here with 5:22 to go second quarter. 2nd and 15, 39-yard line of Holcomb for Scott City. High snap, they'll swing it down the line. Oh, it's almost picked off, and that time Alex Tarango had to play defense on Davin Hernandez, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 15.
Oh, if Davin Hernandez would have caught that, well, Tarango would have probably run him down. Tarango's so fast. Brother, he saw that coming. He knew what it was, and he stepped right in there.
Volgamore 4 of his first 7 through the air for 39 yards. Scott City 2 of 5 on 3rd down, facing a 3rd and 15 at the Holcomb 39 with 5:18 in the half, tied at 7. Two in stack to the right side. They'll send McDaniel with 2 receivers to left. Volgamore, and we got a flag on the play and another false start on Scott City.
A lot of flags tonight.
Absolutely. 6th penalty for 35 yards for the Beavers. Holcomb's been flagged 3 times for 20. I should say 3 accepted penalties. So it's 3rd and 20 at the 44 of Holcomb.
Well, you got to be set 1 second before you can snap the ball. Everybody's got to be set for 1 second.
Brooks Bailey will be split wide to left, as will Avery Knoll. Actually, he'll be a wing to left. Chapman will be split to the right. Empty backfield. McDaniel motion. He'll get the jet sweep left side on 3rd and 20. Trying to turn it upfield, and Mesa will push him back for no gain on the play. Actually in there as well as Jared Harrell, who comes up a little slow, but is all right. Just to try to get throw Holcomb off a little bit, and nothing going there, and it's going to be 4th down and a punt.
Well, we'd like to see Rumford really get a hold of one here. Send it to the northeast corner where there's nobody.
Holcomb does have Corbin Johnson inside his zone 10 to return the snap. Here's a snap. Good snap that time by the freshman. Angled right side. That's a good punt. It's an effective punt as it rolls inside the 15 and will roll dead at about the 11-yard line. A 33-yard punt with 4:27 to go. First half, we're tied at 7.
That's exactly where I asked it to go, northeast corner of the field. Perfect punt. Away from the returner.
Keep in mind, it will be Holcomb's ball to begin the 3rd quarter. 2 long touchdown runs for both teams. 89-yard run for Colin McDaniel in the 2nd quarter to get the game tied up with the Jackson Rumford PAT. Damon Mason, the 1st quarter, 49-yard touchdown run, and the Manuel Anguiano PAT. 1st and 10, Longhorns on market at the 12, officially left hash mark as they move from north to south. Here Mesa goes left side, and he's got run left side. 30, 35, and they're out of the hole to near the 40-yard line. Avery Knoll with a touchdown-saving tackle on a gain of 28.
Well, that time they took Mesa and run him off tackle to the left side, and he couldn't outrun Avery Knoll. Knoll had he's the deep safety. He had good angle on him. Just went up and took him down.
Mesa with 10 carries and 111 yards already in this first half, and their touchdown. So Holcomb out of their own shadow, their own end zone at their own 40 here with 4 minutes to go, 2nd quarter. They'll split a receiver right, tight end right, 2 to the left. Mesa stays in the backfield there with the junior quarterback, Keegan Johnson. Has 12 to snap it as he sends a man in motion. That's Corbin Johnson left to right. It'll be a keeper by Keegan Johnson. He'll go right side 45, and if a flag comes out, he'll take it to near the 1st down at the 49-yard line, but we do have a flag on the play.
I missed it. I don't know what. It was right here in front of us.
And it's going to be a holding on Holcomb. It was right at about the 45-yard line. They'll bring up a 1st and long. And it ends up being a spot foul. The 4th penalty for 30 yards for Longhorns. So far, it's been a pretty good game here.
And they still haven't thrown a pass, have they?
No, well, they're 0 for 1.
Oh, yeah, they did. I remember it, yeah.
We do have an official timeout. I think they just mismarked it, Tim.
I think they did, too, because I was going, that ain't 10 yards.
Well,
and it ain't 15.
Well, it's a 10 yards from the spot of the foul there since it was across the 40. So
exactly.
Yeah.
But, you know, they were in between the 10 and 15-yard penalty. They were at 12. And I thought, you can't have a 12-yard penalty in the middle of the field.
Well, it was a 3-yard rush and a 10-yard penalty. And it's 1st down and about 17 from their own 33-yard line for Holcomb as we're at the 3.5-minute mark of the first half. Corbin Johnson in motion. They'll swing it out to him the right side. Has some blockers. Turns it up 35. Hits the range of the line of scrimmage. And we have another flag. And this is going to be might be on the Scott City bench.
Yeah.
Sideline warning. Hopefully that's all it is.
I don't know. That official turned around and looked at one of our young guys standing there. So he had to have said something.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike on Scott City. That's a 15-yarder and a 1st down.
Oh, brother. One of our kids must have said something either to the official or to the Holcomb kids. Somebody said something they shouldn't have said.
That's a tough one there, and now that puts Holcomb at the Scott City 45-yard line.
Oh, brother. We just find more ways to shoot ourselves in the foot, don't we?
7th penalty for 50 yards for the Beavers, and Holcomb gets a free 1st and 10 out of that with 3:20 to go 2nd quarter in a 7-7 game. Yeah, you could tell it was on somebody on the sideline for Scott City because the official turned around immediately and said something or looked at the person. But, boy, that doesn't help the Beavers out at all. Holcomb up the middle with Damon Mason. He runs into Tanner Gooden. They call him, or say he's ruled down for a yard gain to the 44 as he meets the wall of Gooden, 2nd and 9.
The wall of Gooden. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Adam. You're fun.
Oh, thanks. Well, I try to have fun at this.
Yeah, that's right. We can't take this too serious. I won't tell them what you do when we lose, okay?
No, all right. I'm not bad, I promise. 2.5 to go first half. 20 to snap at one timeout for Holcomb in a 7-7 game. They'll send Angus Smith in motion from right to left as they run the half diamond look, and they'll have it toss left side. This is to Corbin Johnson trying to turn it upfield, and he's swallowed up by Tracer Chapman at about the 41 of Scott City. He'll gain 3 on second down, with Johnson on his second carry of the night sets up a 3rd and 6.
I thought everybody's getting up to leave already.
Yeah.
But we're going to have little cheerleaders here
Yes.
at halftime.
They're going to be performing along with the band.
There you go.
All right, 3rd down and about 5, they'll say. Give them a gain of about 4 on that play. So 3rd and 5, 40-yard line. Holcomb 1 of 1 on 3rd downs here. And make that 1 of 2 on 3rd downs. Send Smith to the left side. It'll be a carry for Mace up the middle, and he's going to have a first down close to it across the 36, as that was on the tackle Oscar Mendez, who stopped him maybe about a half a yard shy of the first down. They're going to look at it, and I think it's going to be 4th and inches.
Well, they're trying to decide. I bet they're going to measure it.
That was very unusual there, Tim, because they did not put the ball down where he was tackled at. They moved it closer to the Holcomb sideline.
That is true. That's kind of strange, wasn't it?
They'll stretch it out, and I think he may have the first down. Nope. They say about 3 inches short.
Yeah, a couple inches. Will it be 3rd down or 4th?
4th and a yard, or 4th and inches. And boy, that is precise chain work there.
Well, we got a minute 28 to go here in the first half.
Holcomb's ball as well to begin the 3rd quarter.
Will the clock start as soon as he...
And he's about the chain clamp shy of the first down, the length of that chain clamp.
All right, they're going to start the clock.
4th and about a half a yard, or a couple inches. I would say a couple of grass blades, but I should say turf blades.
Turf blades.
They'll send a man in motion from left to right. Keegan Johnson will take the snap. It's going to be a keeper by him, and he is going to be stood up. I don't know if he got it.
He didn't get it.
He lost a yard to the 36-yard line. It's a turnover on downs with 1:11 to go first half.
Wow. What a surge we had at the line of scrimmage. There were so many blue shirts right there.
How aggressive does Scott City get with 1:11 and 2 timeouts? They'll have it at their own 36-yard line and a 7-all score.
What did we score on? That's who I give the ball to.
Yes.
Right now. Same play, inside reverse. I hate that play, but I love that play when we do well with it. But they got McDaniel clear out here, so I doubt it.
Reed Felker is coming in as a guard. Scott City without Trey Ryan as well tonight. He'll play right guard, the freshman. 3 receivers set, twins to left. Here's Vogelmore on 1st and 10, rolling to his left, steps up, finds it, and a miscommunication between he and Alex Tarango at about the 43-yard line. Sets up a 2nd and 10 with 66 first half seconds remaining.
Well, you know who I want to get the ball to?
Yes.
Is Rumford out there? Yeah, he's out there. He'd be okay. Throw it to him, too. Tarango would be all right. But quarterback and receiver just got to get on the same page, whoever we're going to throw it to. So I think we're being aggressive, Adam.
Yep.
Is it timeouts?
2 for Scott City. 2nd and 10, 36-yard line, 65 seconds left in the half. Here's Vogelmore rolling to his left. Now step up, fire it for Rumford down the right. Sammy's got it inside the 30 to the Holcomb 29, 28-yard line. There's a flag downfield about the 46, though, of Holcomb. This is pending the completion. They mark it at the 27.
I think they were holding Rumford as he went downfield.
It stands as a 37-yard pass play, pass interference on Scott City.
Oh.
That's an odd call, but they said he pushed off. I guess. I have no idea.
Well, that's what he had to have said. Oh, my goodness.
Now the officials are talking this over after the call was initially made. Oh, boy, that wipes off a 37-yard pass play.
I mean, sometimes it seems like it's more about the officials than it is the kids playing the game.
And that's a 15-yard penalty. You talk about the field position.
Oh, wow.
29. That's 52 yards of field position flipped right there on just one play. 8th penalty for 65 yards tonight. So it's second and 25 at their own 21 with 55 seconds to go first half. Scott City passing it through the air. They'll find the middle of the field, and it's picked off. Picked off by Holcomb's Greg Martinez, the 7th pick of the year for him.
At the 39, he was a diving catch, and so the ball will be placed right at the 39-yard line of Scott City territory.
Boy, that
40.
Interception just changed the momentum there late first half.
Sure did.
It'll be at the Scott City 40 with 47.3 to go first half. "40-yard line of Scott City for Holcomb. 3 receivers set. They have 1 timeout. And they'll toss it right to David Mesa. Look for a halfback pass here, and they will pass it, and it's going to be wide open. Dropped that time by the intended receiver, Ethan Kinnis.
Oh, Ethan should go back and tell David, that's my fault. I touched that with both hands and didn't catch it.
They have not run that all year. That was first pass attempt by Mesa this year, and you had to wonder, with him in the backfield, being a quarterback in years past, if that was in the deep pockets of their offensive playbook.
Yeah.
2nd and 10 with 40.6 to go in the half. Here's Keegan Johnson rolling to his right. Will fire at the right side. Pass going to be caught right at the 30-yard line for a first down. The catch is made that time by Jared Harrell in front of Volgamore for a gain of 10 for a first down.
Well, the clock stops with the ball going out of bounds. 35 seconds left. 29 yards away from the end zone for Holcomb.
30. Yep, they do have 1 timeout left. 7 all. And 3 receivers. Make that a 4 receiver set of the 29 of Scott City for Holcomb. Junior quarterback Keegan Johnson sends Angus Smith in motion from right to left. Back to pass. They'll swing it out, a little tunnel screen left side, making the catch and then turning it upfield inside the 20-yard line of first down. That catch is made by Braden Banston, their speedster, to the 16 for 13 more.
Nice play. Long way to throw it. The field was over on this side of the hash mark. Oh, they're going quick.
They're going to snap it and clock it with 22.5 to go first. 21.5, excuse me. 2nd down and 10 as the clock stops.
I didn't think about that. I thought he got out of bounds.
He did not. Rumford tracked him down, though, at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, he did.
And Holcomb, for the first time tonight, into the Scott City red zone. 7-7, but Holcomb threatening at the 16 of Scott City. They'll send a man in motion. That's Keegan Johnson to the right on 2nd and 10. Rolling to his right. That is Keegan Johnson. I should have said Corbin. Pass to the safety valve. And out of bounds at the 11, or make that 12-yard line, is Corbin Johnson from older brother Keegan. Stops the clock with 15 seconds and 3rd and 6 coming up. 6th play of the drive here.
Well, they're doing a nice job of using the clock, getting field position, moving downfield with the ball. Holcomb is. This is a nice little drive they got going.
Yep, they are 1 of 2 on 3rd downs, make that 1 of 3. 3rd down with 12 to snap at the right hash mark, 12-yard line of Scott City. They have 6 yards to go. It'll be delayed draw left side for Mesa. He is going to bounce to the outside, and he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Holcomb. Delayed draw that time from 12 yards out, and Holcomb leads it 13-7 with 7 seconds to go before halftime.
That was a nice play. Looked like all the other ones. They were running to the right. Keegan Johnson was the quarterback, looking like he was going to look for a receiver in that corner, and then he hands it off to Mesa going back to the east side. And it was just, with his speed, who's going to catch him?
Emmanuel Anguiano to kick the extra point out of the hold of Keegan Johnson. Good snap, placed down. The kick is on the way, and it is good. 14-7 Holcomb. 7.6 seconds to go before halftime. We'll take a 30-second break. This is Beaver football.
Women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinic's skilled physicians and nurses will help your family prepare for the birth of your baby. The private, comfortable, secure rooms for labor, delivery, and postpartum care include jacuzzi tubs for pain management during labor. Call Scott City Clinic to set an appointment today. We put our heart in healthcare.
Third quarter now has a 14-7 lead here on Scott City, and this more than likely be the first time all year that the Beavers will be trailing at halftime. Boy, that's a big swing right before halftime.
It is a big swing and momentum. Who gets the ball at start?
Holcomb.
Yeah.
End over end kick. This will be taken by McDaniel at his own 7-yard line. 6 seconds going to have 24-yard line. He's tackled there at about the 23-yard line by Corbin Johnson with 2.1 to go first half. Boy, that was a gut punch. A very questionable offensive pass interference call on Scott City. Wiped off a big pass play inside the 30 for Jackson Rumford, and then on the next play on his first and 25 or second and 25, an interception and by Greg Martinez, and then Holcomb scores to take a 14-7 lead.
Well, where the flag was thrown on that offensive pass interference, the ball wouldn't have even been in the air then. So that's just jostling in my mind. How could you call offensive pass interference?
Well, the official had a better view, supposedly, than we did, I guess. First and 10, Vogelmore back to pass. He'll be sacked. In there on the sack that time, Cooper Titchener at about the 15-yard line, and that's going to end the first half. And what was a good play first half saw Holcomb with all the momentum in the final minutes as they go up 14-7 on Scott City at the break. We'll come back in 3 minutes with your halftime show. This is Beaver football.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, visit us online at scottcf.org.
Getting worse.
BBN is supported by Norder Supply, Lone Tree Farms,
Oh, so yeah,
Pioneer Communications,
I have nothing to lose.
Beaver Booster Club, White's Food Liner, Scott City Eye Center, Shells, Flowers, and more, Scott City Pharmacy, Giftologists.
They should have Baylor go down. Both of them need to go down. They need to get Brewer in there and just have Brewer and Baylor just go down. Baylor pile. Tanner take out Case. No, let Tanner like get Case out. It's not big enough. It's going to work if Brady wasn't such a... I think he wants to put the Case Alright. Oh, where do you sign that? I heard you. Should.
shoes on.
Yeah, I think so.
Can't tell. One is Phil and the third on the 40-yard line.
What's up, Marsh? Well, you need money, don't you? No.
Are you staying below you?
You're on a jet.
How's Washburn?
Can they jump?
They can't shoot. They can do all everything else.
So what you're saying is you need to get in there to make them do the jumping and the running and do the shooting?
The problem is it's not fun on their team. They don't. It's not a team. It's just same person gets the board, same person runs out, shoots a three or tries to dunk it.
I'm not blocking your view, Emma. No, I'm good. Mine are all gone.
You thought it was good, Cheryl. You get lucky enough to do very fun after you spend
cheerleaders will attempt to restart your music.
How are you, Carter? Huh? How are you? Pretty good. Very good. That's what I should do. I have all the time. Yeah, you should. I just can't get at it. I'm really sure I have nothing else to do. I think it would be entertaining.
I'll need help back up when I to go up and over.
I bet I can get the vote so. I just only flash on the phone. They won't know. They want to go my brother was involved. You're breaking my news.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
Tell me what, you go right ahead and do the laugh.
I'm sure you will. I would laugh at myself. Oh, yeah. I think so. Hey, how are you? Good, how are you?
Oh, there's one person.
hit the top and go tumbling down to the bottom.
Right?
Scores from last night from District 8. It was Hugoton over Cimarron. That was a non-district game at Cimarron, 54-8. Interestingly enough, that was the first trip for Hugoton to Cimarron since both teams were members of the High Plains League. That was at least 2008, 2009.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they probably couldn't get them on the schedule.
Yeah, it just didn't work out there. But then the other one in this district last night, Scott City's next two opponents faced off there at Denon Field in Colby. Colby had a 19-0 lead early in the third quarter, and then Goodland made things interesting. They got a safety in the second half, and then they got 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, I believe it was, and had the ball last and threw an interception. Colby would hang on to beat Goodland last night and end up being a good game, 19-16. Scott City does go to Goodland next Friday, and then they will host Colby here in 2 weeks to wrap up the regular season on the 20th. So that was a good game last night there.
Yes, it was.
Colby.
19-16, yeah. I thought Colby would probably win, but you never know in that game. I mean, those two are just like Scott City Holcomb, except they've been doing it a lot longer than we have.
And what was interesting watching that game, Goodland was pretty good with their aerial attack in the second half, and so we'll see if that's how Scott City will face them next week. But anyways, the neighboring district that we want to pay attention to, District 7 from last night, Cheney, no problem with Nickerson on the road, 70-0. Cheney and Andale will play next week. And that should be a whale of a game. Andale was a non-district play last night. They knocked off Wichita Collegiate 28-7. That game will be in Cheney next Friday night. Cheney and Andale, top 2 teams in 3A.
Maybe I should go watch that game.
Hey, wow, that'll be a fun one, yes.
Well, Cheney, they're throwing attack, and Andale, they're running attack.
Yeah. It is right. Polar opposites there. Also in that district last night, Pratt snapped a losing streak. They go to Lenzburg and win at Smoky Valley. 51-6. Some other interesting scores in 3A from last night. You had Wellsville on the other side. They win 36-29 at Prairie View. Also Heston over Clearwater. Hiawatha falling to Rock Creek big, 69-13. And, of course, another one of interest, I thought, kind of off the cuff that really doesn't affect anybody, 5A, the Holy War in Wichita.
Yes.
Bishop Carroll and Cape-Amat Carmel. That was 25 years maybe in the making, I think it was. Last time, I think it was 99, last time that Capen had beaten Bishop Carroll, and they did it in a big way, 49-20.
At Riverfront Stadium, or whatever they call that place nowadays.
And then another one, and kind of going 5A, 6A.
Okay.
Wichita East was able to host their first home football game in, I think, maybe over 40 years. They hosted it in the afternoon against Emporia and won that 76-0. And they're always playing on the road, and they were able to. It's a practice football field. It's turfed there, but they were able to pick up a win there, and that's pretty cool there for one of the biggest schools in the state of Kansas.
I thought that was, too. I saw that, and I thought, what do you mean they've never played at home? But, you know, in Wichita, it's Wichita South that has the big stadium, isn't it? And so they play a lot of games there.
South Heights and maybe North.
Yeah, Heights has got a big one.
Northwest, yeah.
Yeah.
But, of course, they came out with the districts last week. Scott City will be, of course, in the same district for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
That was released with Holcomb, Hugoton, Goodland, and Colby. So same schedule, that aspect. Scott City doesn't have Millwood on the schedule. They don't have TMP Marion. They'll play Cimarron to begin the season. They'll go to Ray, Colorado. They're back on the slate. They'll host Hoisington, and then they'll go back to Ulysses. So the Tigers are back on the schedule.
Oh, that'll be good. Ulysses and Hoisington. Hoisington always has good football teams.
Absolutely.
So that'll be a good test for Scott City.
Well, we're about ready for this second half. The Beavers will kick off, defending the south end zone, trailing by 7. And what do you want to see from the Beavers here in the second half to try to rally and win this one?
Well, I want them to stop Holcomb on this kickoff and make it be a short field so they don't get a big run back. And then I want them to stop them in 3 plays and have to kick the ball, and Scott City gets the ball at the 50-yard line. That's what I'd like to see 4 plays from now.
Rumford to kick this off. It is Corbin Johnson deep to return inside his own 10-yard line. Great crowd on hand tonight. This third quarter is officially underway. Shorter squib kick. It's going to be taken by one of the up-back returners across the 25-30, and he will be submerged there at about the 31-yard line. That was Javid Corral, the sophomore, with the return to about their own 31-yard line.
Well, we didn't want the ball into deep into some of those faster, quicker kids, I guess, so we kicked a little shorter. But we had good coverage. They didn't go very far.
31-yard line, 1st and 10 for Holcomb on their own hash mark to the right as they'll move to the south in the third quarter with a 14-7 lead. They'll run 2 receivers set to the left, 1 to the right, tight end over the left side. Keegan Johnson, the junior quarterback, takes the snap, hands it off left side to David Mason. He is going to be brought down, submerged behind the field for backfield for a 5-yard loss. Case Armendariz, Braden Bruner bring him down for a 5-yard loss.
Titchener pulled, and he was going to go over there, and they were going to lead Mesa. But you know what? We got great field great penetration. Got in the backfield and stopped him. I mean, that was awesome. 5-yard loss.
2nd and 15, opening seconds of period 3. 14-7 Holcomb, a 4-receiver set, 2 by 2. Ball in the middle of the field. Mesa to the right of Keegan Johnson. They'll send a man in motion. Corbin Johnson from left to right, a 3-receiver set over the right side. Rolling to his right, they'll throw it at the right side. Pass is caught in a nice play on Angus Smith. 21 on number 21 on that one for a short gain to about the 28-yard line, setting up a 3rd and a baker's dozen.
A baker's dozen.
Yes.
13. I love you. You're fun.
Well, I got to make it a little entertaining.
Oh, yeah. I'd take a baker's dozen of something right now.
Yeah. First minute of the second quarter, 3rd and 13. Holcomb tonight, 2 of 4 on 3rd downs. They'll run 3 receivers to the left to the wide side of the field, 1 to the short side on the right. Rolling to his left is Keegan Johnson. Looking left, will turn it upfield. He breaks through, spins through a tackle, and he's brought down at the 30-yard line. And a nice play that time by Oscar Mendez. Well shy of the first down, and the Beavers get a much-needed 1, 2, 3 and out to begin the third quarter.
There you go. Let's make sure they punt it. Oh, good, and he's kind of holding his left shoulder here. Look at look at him.
Boy, that's a huge loss. Scott City depleted with injuries here tonight, without Trey Ryan, and they are calling for ambulance crew there. Here's a snap and a kick angled right side, and this will take it, bounce inside the 45 of Scott City, down at about the 42-yard line, the punt there. And we have a flag over on the left side with 10:15 to go third quarter. They are working on Gooden's left shoulder.
Wow.
And legal procedure on Holcomb.
Oh, we're going to make him punt it again?
That's the decision now. Do they decline the penalty, take the play, or... And what this does, that buys time for Tanner Gooden. Looks like he's getting ready to get his helmet and go back in there. And they are going to decline it. I think and just take it at the 42-yard line. With 10:15 to go third quarter. It ends up working as about a 28-yard punt and no return.
Well, that's what we wanted. I said I wanted to start the second half at the 50-yard line. We're starting it at the 42, so I'm pretty close. All right. Ask me what I want next.
42-yard line, 1st and 10. How about a touchdown?
Yeah, that's what I want.
Break the huddle with the Beavers. Tight end right side, pistol wing tee. They'll hand it off right side to Avery Knoll. Trying to turn it upfield, he does. 45, and he gets met up at about the 48-yard line for a 7-yard gain for Avery Knoll. Tackle made by Davin Hernandez.
Nice. Knoll just kind of went right and waited till he could see a hole. Went for daylight. Got 6, 7 yards.
2nd and 4. 9:50 here in the third. 14-7 Holcomb. Pistol wing tee to the tight end right side. This is a counter play left side to Colin McDaniel. He spins. Oh, he hit the knee on the turf. I don't know if they saw that or not, but he ended up getting 2 yards out of it, or 3 yards to the 49 of Holcomb, setting up a 3rd and a yard.
I agree with you. I don't think they saw it.
It looked like his knee went down at his own 49, but they had a better angle sideways than we did up top.
Yeah, that's right. All right, we got to get this. Get a 1st and 10.
3rd and 1. Wing to left, and here's a play left side. This is McDaniel. He's got the first down to the 46-yard line. He'll gain 3. Tackle made by Damon Mesa, and the Beavers with their third down conversion of the night, and the 5th, 1st and 10.
Well, this is what you want. You want to start second half in a positive manner, and we have.
Scott City breaks the huddle, tight end right side. They'll put Gooden as an extra tackle over an unbalanced line to the right from the 46 of Holcomb. This will be a quarterback sweep left side on the backside, and Vogelmore gets a little bit more than maybe you thought initially. So he gets 3 to the 43. Tackle made that time by Corbin Johnson.
These side judges switched sides.
They did. Yes, they did.
I just noticed that.
2nd and 7, 43-yard line of Holcomb for Scott City, down 7, 8:25 in the third. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, wing to the right. It'll be an option play. Here's Vogelmore, pitches it behind a triangle, but he'll reel it in. He'll get by a couple. He'll lower his shoulder, got the first down outside the numbers, across the 35 to Longhorn 31 for a 12-yard gain and a Scott City first down.
Tarango is another. You know, I love the idea when we get McDaniel in open field, but Tarango's also in the same mode. He is fast. You thought that guy had him. That Holcomb kid had him with the pitch, and the pitch was behind. He caught it with that left hand, pulled it down to the right one. Oh, Tarango's awesome.
Tarango only had 3 carries for 1 yard coming into tonight, and that one his longest rush by far. Trapman, the tailback, he'll get the carry on first down inside the 30. Lowers his shoulder as he takes it inside the 25. The safety, Greg Martinez, with a tackle at 24 for 7 more, 2nd and 3.
Okay, let's be disciplined.
Opening drive for Scott City in this second half, under 8 to go third quarter. This is a 3-minute drive that started at their own 42-yard line, down 7. They'll send a man in motion, handoff. Chapman will go left side. He breaks through 1 tackle, almost might have been face mask, it looked like originally, but he gets the first down at the 20 for 4 more.
Boy, he had both arms wrapped around that ball too tight. Oh, and there is a chill in the air right now.
Yes.
The sun has gone down, and it just feels like football weather.
Beavers entering the Lewis Automotive red zone for the first time tonight here. 7:25 here in the third. They'll send Triangle to the left, pistol wing T tight end, Rumford right side. And that time we have movement on the right side for Scott City. Or no, we have timeout before, taken by Holcomb. We'll take it as well.
Awesome.
7:21 in the third. Scott City down 7, but on the move. Back in 30 seconds, we'll take it. This is Beaver football. Bud's Fishing and Hunting. Football tonight brought to you by Pokey Feeders, Platinum H Insurance, Plain Jan's, New Life Market, Norder Supply, Miller Veterinary Clinic, Midwest Mixer, Metzger Appraisals, Metzger Family Farms, McCarty Family Farms, Low Tree Farms and Livestock, Lebanon Lawn and Tree, Jackson Legal Group, and JF Beaver Advertising. Holcomb, a good timeout for them. They needed to settle their troops down and try to kill some of this momentum that Scott City has had.
That's exactly what I thought too, Adam. That's all it was. It was trying to break up the momentum that Scott City's got going.
20-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Beavers. They'll send Avery Nolan in motion from left to right. Here's Vogelmore rolling to his right on first down. trying to get it to Avery Knoll as a safety valve, led him a little bit too far out, and the pass falls incomplete, setting up 2nd and 10.
Well, Knoll was really the safety valve the last shot. He was looking downfield into the end zone over there in the northeast corner, and we had 2 receivers, one deep, one a little shorter. Both of them were well covered, so then he pulled it down and was going to throw it over there to Knoll, but he really didn't get his eyes on him quick enough.
It'll be 2nd and 10. Here's the sweep play left side of McDaniel. Turns it upfield inside the 15, dragging a couple Longhorns, and he's going to be down to the 12, setting up a 3rd down and 2 as Damon Mason there, along with a couple other Longhorns on the tackle, but a nice 8-yard run to put McDaniel over the century mark, and a big 3rd down coming up.
Well, here we go. We know it's going to come quick.
12-yard line, 3rd and 2. 6:50 to go, 3rd quarter. This will be Chapman carry right side. Lowers his shoulder. He's got the 1st down at the 9 and is driven, or they'll mark him right at the 10, but it's on the sticks at the 10. He needed to get right to the 10. The official on the far side says, yep, that's a 1st down.
Yep, that's what they're saying. There ain't going to be no measurement. We're going to go. So, really, we'll have to go into the end zone. There'll be no 1st and 10.
This will be play number 11 in this opening drive of the second half for the Beavers. Goal to go at the 10, down 7. A 4-minute drive here for Scott City. And it'll be an option play sweep, actually. Left side, Volgamore trying to get to the outside inside the 5. Dives for the pylon. Do they give it to him? I think they might.
They don't even know.
Nope, they're going to talk this over here. Yes, touchdown Scott City. Volgamore dives for the pylon and gets it from 10 yards out. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, and the Beavers are an extra point away from tying this game up.
Well, Volgamore dove with the ball out ahead of him, and he hit the pylon with it.
He planted his hand at about the 2-yard line.
That's a touchdown, man.
A nice 11-play, 58-yard drive with 6:13 to go, 3rd quarter, and the Beavers short one player here. I think it's going to be Reed Felker who's going to snap it for Brooks Bailey, who came over to the sideline. Snap is good, placed down the kick. It's high, it's up, and it is perfect. And we are tied for a 2nd time, 14-14. 6:13 to go, period 3. We'll come back for the kickoff in 30 seconds. This is Beaver football.
You know, nothing's better than homemade food. That's what you're going to get at Mom and Pop's Burger Stop, located in Scott City. What makes Mom and Pop's Burger Stop so good? They serve
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with a knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
Three minutes and 32 seconds, and they get a 10-yard run from Camden Volgamore, and the extra point knocked in by Jackson Rumford. But a great start to the second half for Scott City after forcing a 3-and-out, and Holcomb to get the ball back.
Now, the question I have now is, how will we kick off? Will we go deep? Will we go to the corners? Last time they kicked it down to about the 25.
Here's the approach by Rumford and the kick. He will listen straight away, kick in the middle. This will be taken by Johnson across the 10, goes left side 15, breaks through a tackle 20, 25, 30, 35, and there's a late flag that came out. It's going to be coming back as Holcomb takes it to the 42-yard line, and a nice return that time by the sophomore Corbin Johnson, but there is laundry on the field.
Did the side judge throw that? Or
yeah, on this. Yep, holding on Holcomb, and that flag is thrown about the 27-yard line. The Longhorns are going to get this ball inside their own 20-yard line to start this possession. We have Aiden Preston right now in there for Brooks Bailey at one of those kind of a defensive or outside backer spots as they're taping the ankle of Brooks Bailey on the sideline.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah.
5th penalty for the Longhorns for 40 yards, and this ball will be marked at the 17. 1st and 10.
They're cutting the tape off and then they're going to retape him, I think.
14-14. Scott City Holcomb deadlocked here as we're in the middle part of the third quarter.
Where's that Dr. Rosine when we need him?
Not in town, but Holcomb to send 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun set up here for Keegan Johnson, the junior quarterback, and we have movement on the left side of the line. Or we're going to actually get offsides here, I believe, maybe on Scott City, and it is.
Yeah.
Oh, tough break there. Free 5 for Holcomb, 1st and 5.
Hard snap count. We had a couple guys lean over.
Yep, 1st and 5. 9th penalty for Scott City tonight. Ball will be at the 22-yard line for Holcomb. Split to the right will be Ethan Kinnis. It'll be Greg Martinez split to the left as well with another slot receiver to be an option play. They'll pitch it to Damon Mesa. He'll turn it upfield. He'll have a first down across the 25, and it'll take a colony of Beavers to bring him down at about the 32, 33-yard line and a gain of 11 for the Longhorns and a first down. He has 134 yards on 15 carries tonight.
Oh, brother, he's still a handful.
He sure is. The 1st and 10, 33-yard line. As we're at the 5:40 mark of this third quarter. And bring in a receiver to the right. That is Jared Harrell, the junior. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Shotgun. Manny Reyes in the backfield. He'll get the play fake. They'll go down the seam, and it's Corbin Johnson with a catch inside the 40 to the Scott City 35-yard line. Aiden Preston with a tackle, and they're going to bring in Caden Couchman in for Preston, and a huge gain on the play. They'll mark it at the 36 of Scott City.
Nice throw, nice catch. We actually had pretty good defense on that, but just thank goodness we had good defense so that we got him tackled a long time before he could get to the end zone. But that was a home run strike they were going for.
Down the seam for 31 yards to the Scott City 36-yard line. A 2 receiver set to the left, 1 to the right, tight end right side. From the 36 to Scott City, 1st and 10. They'll send Corbin Johnson in motion from left to right. It'll be a carry up the middle. This is to Reyes, or correction, that's a different running back inside the 35. That is Javid Corral. He'll take it for 3 to the 33 on first down.
Oh, I thought he was going to break loose there for a second. He don't look like a big guy, but.
No, he doesn't. Just a sophomore. 2nd and 7. So Holcomb, who started at throwing 17, they have flipped this field. They're on the plus side of the 50 in a 14-all game with 4:20 to go third quarter. Holcomb stays in a 4-receiver set, 2-by-2. They'll send man in motion Smith from right to left on 2nd and 7, 33-yard line. They'll swing a little tunnel screen, leading it and making the catch and pressing with the tackle of the receiver. That time, Braden Baston. He'll take it to the 27, setting up a 3rd and a yard.
Nice play. That little tunnel screen. Scott City pursued well. And we got out there, kept him from getting the 1st and 10. Good hitting, but he made yards after the hit. That was the problem.
3rd and a yard, 27-yard line of Scott City for Holcomb as we are at the 4-minute mark of the third quarter, tied at 14. Twins to the left, 1 to the right. They'll send a man in motion. Reyes in the backfield, and he will get the quarterback keeper. He's got the first down, and up the middle, here's Corbin Johnson Keegan Johnson inside the 15 and down to the 14-yard line for a 13-yard run.
They pulled Titchener on that again. He's a tackle, and they pull him constantly going left or right, depending on which side of the field he's on. He's an offensive tackle, does a nice job moving him for such a big guy. And, a lot of times it used to be you watched your guards. That was your key if you were a linebacker. But with them pulling a tackle, that's a little different.
Into the red zone for the second time tonight is Holcomb at the Scott City 14. 3:35 to go. First down. They're going to go for the end zone. Pass is going to be caught in the back of the end zone. Touchdown. 9.5 yards deep in the end zone. And the catch is made by Baston on a simple fade pattern. Holcomb is back on top, 20-14.
Wait a minute. What's going on?
There is a stoppage. There is a flag on Scott City's side of the field in the end zone. So let's wait the call here. Officials are going to talk things over here. And here's the official, Bobby Fossum, going to make the call. Ineligible downfield, and that'll wipe off a 6-pointer for the Longhorns.
How about that? We've had that called twice tonight.
6th penalty for 45 yards. That is a big one to wipe off a touchdown for the Holcomb. And it will bring up 1st and 15 from the Scott City 19.
Wow.
With 3:32 to go, third quarter. What a catch by Baston in the back corner, or back of the end zone, too.
Yeah, a fade. I mean, a fly pattern fade right in the corner. Wow, he did a great job catching that. Johnson, great job throwing it.
And Trey Teeter wants an explanation as well from the White Hat, Bobby Fossum, and he does get a little bit of an explanation. And now we're going to be ready for play here, 1st and 15. 19-yard line of Scott City for Holcomb. They'll run the speed option. They'll pitch it late to Reyes, and he'll get drilled at the 20-yard line. And a nice play that time by Tracer Chapman for a loss of a yard. 2nd down coming up.
That was nice. Speed option is where you don't have a fullback that you fake it to, as you go out there. Quarterback fakes it to the fullback, and then he can go on down the line. Defensive end, what are we going to do here? Does he pitch it? Does he keep it quarterback-wise? He pitched it, had nobody to fake it to, so he just went down the line, then he pitched it. Scott City played that well.
8th play of the drive, the 20 of Scott City for Holcomb. 2nd and 16 with 2:50 to go, third quarter. Rolling to his right is Keegan Johnson. Fires it, and it's going to be caught and then dropped at the goal line by Angus Smith. He hauled it in right at the goal line and then just dropped it. Pass is incomplete, setting up a 3rd and long.
Man, that should have been a touchdown. That was a dart that Johnson threw directly to him, hit him right in the chest, and then he just dropped the ball. Wow. Is that karma for Scott City?
I guess. That Holcomb probably feels like they could have had 2 touchdowns on this possession here in the series.
Absolutely.
But they have 3rd and 16 at the Scott City 20 and a 14-all game. Manny Reyes is the tailback. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the formation left side, and they'll send a man in motion. That's Corbin Johnson from left to right. Here's Keegan Johnson. They're going to go for the fade pattern in the end zone. Incomplete. And that intended receiver, they're going for the fly pattern again to Braden Baston, the speedster. And Aiden Presson, who is called on in big situation with the coverage, 4th down, and they're going to send the field goal unit out.
I thought they would. That kid's got a great leg. This will be about a 35-yarder, 36, 37, wherever he decides to put it down.
Out of the hold of Keegan Johnson, it'll be a 37-yard field goal for Manuel Anguiano. He hit an 18-yard field goal in week 1 against Liberal. From the left hash mark, good snap, placed down. The kick is on the way. It's got a distance, and it's wide right, no good. And the Beaver defense gets a big stop with 2:35 to go, third quarter.
Had the distance. He just kicked it to the right.
Boy, he did boot that one pretty good.
Oh, he did. That would have been just no problem if he'd have put it between the uprights, but he had a lot of distance on it.
And for the first time, I should say not the first time, but Beavers have an opportunity to get their first lead of the night. Tied at 14, 1st and 10 at their own 20. The defense has really been pretty solid and with their backs against the wall. Rumford splits to the left, 2 receivers to the right, man in motion. And Vogelmore back to pass on first down. He's going to be sacked all the way back there off the outside edge. Devin Garcia, nobody touched him, and they'll mark this at the 14.
Yeah, that time Holcomb decided they were going to dictate the terms. They were going to come after him. They were blitzing. They were coming off the edge. They were not going to stand and wait on the play to happen. They're coming after him.
2nd down and 16 here. From the 17, they'll say, from the 13-yard line. So we're at the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. 14-14 your score. Split backfield with Vogelmore. Play fake as he rolls to his right on 2nd down. Will fire it downfield for Knoll. Just a little bit too far. He had a step on Braden Baston at the 48-yard line in their own territory, but it's 3rd down and 17. Yep. They're going to take looks like
And take Brooks
Bailey off, yes.
Yeah. They've had ice on that injury on his ankle.
He hurt it, re-aggravated an injury on that touchdown by Scott City on that play. That was a good thrown ball by Volgamore, and
it was. It just he led Knoll just, a yard too much.
Yeah. It's one of those where if Scott City can't get it, nobody else can.
All right.
Beavers are 4 of 8 on third down, facing a 3rd down and 17 from their own 13. Volgamore rolling to his right, fires it downfield. Oh, has Tarango. Leads forward and gets his second effort for a first down to the 31-yard line on an 18-yard play.
Oh, I'm telling you, that Tarango, he is something else. Great hands. And when he catches the ball, he plays by the rule. I catch, tuck, run, On the ball, catch the ball, tuck the ball, run with the ball. And then he had to go through those two guys to get the first and 10.
He caught it at the 29 and took 2 more yards on that. Now here's a carry from McDaniel up the middle across the 35. He'll be tackled down by Davin Hernandez, but not before a 6-yard run to the 37.
Oh, man, the way he was streaking through the middle there, I thought he was going to bust it loose.
Oscar Mendez checks out, and now back in for Scott City is going to be Bryce Hundermark. Scott City is walking wounded here tonight. Final minute of this third quarter. New center tonight is Ryan Lauda, in for Brevin Volgamore, had an injury in practice on Thursday. 2nd and 4, 37-yard line. It'll be a busted play. Left side, Volgamore gets back to the line of scrimmage, and Scott City very fortunate to do that. No gain, sets up another 3rd and 4 play.
When he got that snap, he reached out there with the ball to hand it to somebody, and the guy was behind him on the other side of him. Oh, we're lucky that something bad didn't happen there.
You're right. 3rd and 4 with 20 seconds to go third quarter. Scott City does not have to snap it, I don't believe here. Nope, there's about a 2-second differential.
Yeah.
The game clock is at 15, the play clock at 17 there.
We're ready to go to the fourth quarter.
I think this is a good decision.
And so am I. I'm ready to go to the fourth quarter. How about a drink of Z bottling water?
Absolutely. We'll get that one. We'll get refreshed here for the fourth quarter. 14's on the scoreboard as we head to the fourth quarter at Darner Field in Scott City. We'll come back in a minute for 3rd and 4 for Scott City. This is Beaver football.
BBN is brought to you by HRC Feed Yards, J&R, Next Tech Wireless, Red Barn Enterprises, S&T Communications, Scott County Hospital, Scott Co-op, Security State Bank,
and a third down conversion on this drive.
Nice toss to a big guy that had to jump in the air to get it.
1st and 10, 45-yard line. As this is going to be a quarterback sweep, right side flag come out. Scott City was not set, and Volgamore turns it upfield. He'll have the first down, and he'll take it all the way, looks like, but this one's coming back. Touchdown, Scott City, but there is laundry on the field here with 11:29 to go.
Our wideout came way wide, and he was not set before we snapped the ball. So, you just got to.
Boy, he looks set there. But it might have been in the backfield that they weren't set.
No, it was right here. It was our wide receiver.
I was kind of watching it on the replay here. He was fully set.
Well,
legal shift is the official call on Scott City. They didn't have everybody set, so that's the 10th penalty of the night. Sets up 1st and 15.
and we had a touchdown out of that deal.
So both teams, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, see, that's what I'm getting at. Holcomb felt like they had a touchdown that was called back, and we did too. So we've both been there.
1st and 15. This will be the 10th play of the drive for Scott City at their own 40 right hash mark. As they go to the south end zone in the fourth quarter, Chapman Carey kind of bobbled it, and that one's going nowhere. And a gain of 1 on 1st down. Scott, and a tackle made by the big man, Drayton Knoll, the junior, and he's got a cramp there. And a good sportsmanship there, Knoll trying to help him stretch that out. That gives us an opportunity to thank Z Bottling. They provide water to us up in the press box all season long. Premium purified drinking water, high quality H2O, and custom labeling, and that is the best label or best pure water in Western Kansas. Z Bottling.
Cheers.
Cheers. There we go. All right. So following the gain of 1 and Knoll coming off the field for Holcomb, setting up a 2nd and 14. There's 2 different Knolls on both sides. Drayton Knoll, this is K-N-O-L-L, and Avery Knoll spells N-O-L-L. And each one will say, my last name is spelled correctly.
Yeah, that's right. And both are good ball players.
Absolutely. 2nd and 14, 41-yard line when play resumes. Twin stack to the short side. Back to pass. They'll swing it out left side to Tarango. He's got blockers to left side. Oh, he turns it upfield pretty quickly and only gets 1 out of that at the 42-yard line, setting up 3rd and 13.
I'd like to have seen him broke it toward the sideline. Try to use his speed to get around the corner. But the Holcomb kid, he probably felt like he was going to try and do the jump stops, cut inside of him, and the Barry Sanders move.
And it's a good play that time on the tackle. Yeah, I believe that was Corbin Johnson. He's been all over the field tonight. 3rd and 13, 10-15 to go. Scott City has 8 to snap it. Empty backfield, trips to the right, 1 to the left. Vogelmore, the high snap, rolls to his right on 3rd down. Now under duress is Mesa tries to chase him. Vogelmore will find 1st down, Avery Knoll at the 35, and he secures it. He takes it inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line on a big 28-yard pass play.
Well, one of the things that I said in pregame was, you know, the teams are so even. I felt like it might come down to quarterback play. Wow. Right there. Vogelmore, that was awesome. He had a defender that had him dead to rights, and he got away from him and then made a great pass.
29-yard line of Holcomb, 1st and 10, a high snap. This would be a quarterback sweep left side for Vogelmore. Trying to get to the outside, turns it upfield. He breaks through another tackle and takes it inside the 25 and will take it to the 22 for 7 on 1st down. It looked like Holcomb had it corralled there, but a little crease was enough for a gain of 7.
That just awesome. Awesome play. Good. Oh, this is turning into the game that I thought we was going to have.
Absolutely.
It's awesome. 14-14.
Devin Garcia with that last tackle. 2nd down carry for Griffin Edwards. He gets met at the line as a late flag comes back out. We're going to get a legal block on Scott City. This is going to back up the Beavers. That was right on the back side of the play. 2 officials threw it, so they saw it. This is a mostly white hat crew tonight, by the way. And I have a bad feeling this might be a chop block.
Well, that was my thought.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you said mainly a white hat official. What's going on? People have asked me, why are we playing on Saturday night? And it's because of the lack of officials. And so this crew has never really been together all together, not to our knowledge. Several of these guys out here have their own crew, and they're the white hat. And about 3 of them in there.
All but 2 of them are white hats. So it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 17, 37-yard line of Holcomb for Scott City. 14 all as we're under 9 to go here in the 4th quarter. Great week 6 football game. Oh, Rumford and another receiver, Trango, split to the right. Now they'll move Trango over to left side for a trips receiver set. Scott City has 5 to snap it. They may have to call a timeout And nope, they'll get it off. Rolling to his left is Volgamore. Steps up, fires it back for McDaniel behind the defense. Makes the catch inside the 5 and drags the Longhorn to the 2 for a 1st and goal on a 35-yard play.
Wow, that was a great play. Holcomb was blitzing on the play. Scott City had a rollout to the left. They probably were anticipating the blitz. And then Volgamore gets out there. He sets his feet well, throws the ball downfield. And McDaniel did a great job of coming back or catching that ball.
This is the 14th play of the drive in the Lewis Automotive red zone at the 3. Up the middle, Griffin Edwards. Oh, he gets hammered immediately by Corbin Johnson for a loss of a yard to the 4, setting up a 2nd and goal there.
Oh, Edwards is coming out, too. He got blasted.
This has been a 6-minute-plus drive, almost a 6.5-minute drive for Scott City as well. 7:48 to go, 4th quarter. 2nd and goal for the Beavers at the Holcomb 4. Tied at 14. Pistol wing T, counter play left side. McDaniel trying to follow his lead blockers, turns it upfield, gets hit at the 3-yard line and is driven back.
Oh,
a late flag comes out at the end of the play.
Gee, that was like way late. What did they see?
We'll see. They officially mark it for no gain at the 4. Who are we going to see this penalty on? This may be a dead ball penalty. Nope. Oh, illegal block in the back on Scott City.
God, that late? I mean, the ball carrier's on the ground and you call a block in the back?
That's the 12th penalty of the night for Scott City, and they hit the century mark.
Oh, brother.
And that'll mark this at the 14, 2nd and goal with 7:34 to go. 14-14 your score. Rumford splits to the left. Tarango splits to the right. Man in motion from left to right is Knoll. As Volgamore rolls to his right on 2nd down. Steps up, sets up all kinds of time. He'll throw it in the end zone, jump ball, and it's going to be wrestled away by Avery Knoll. Touchdown, Scott City. No flags. And for the first time tonight, the Beavers lead this one 20-14.
Oh, that pass. It was one of those soft ones, thrown up, kind of up for grabs. And I thought, oh, no. But Avery Knoll, him and the Holcomb kid had the ball, looked like each of them had a hold of it, and then he just ripped it away from that Holcomb kid.
Here's the PAT for Rumford. The kick is up, it's high, and he hooked it into the left upright, and the Beavers are up 7. 21-14 Scott City, their first lead of the night with 7:17 to go. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Beaver football.
Faro Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Faro Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
Let's start with the kickoff, and let's stop them there.
Rumford will kick it off from the 40-yard line. Corbin Johnson deep to return. He stands inside his own 10 at about his own 6. As Rumford will kick this one away, shorter kick, and this will be returned by Corral at his 27-yard line. Goes right side across the 30 and will be brought down at about the 33-yard line, and that's where the Longhorns will start, trailing for the first time 21-14 with 7:10 left.
All right. Well, Holcomb hasn't done much here in the second half.
They did have their second drive, a 10-play drive where they missed the field goal. That's been their big drive. They've only had 2 possessions in this second half.
And they had a touchdown that got called back on that possession drive.
1st and 10 for the Longhorns at their own 33-yard line, trailing 21-14. Outside of 7 minutes to go. They're going to go the Wildcat formation with Damon Mesa. Oh, that's movement.
Oh, that's yeah.
Could be Mesa. There's flags all over the field. And this is going to be coming back as Mesa took it for 2 to the 35-yard line. But, yeah, you could see that. And it's unfortunate for Holcomb. They had both quarterbacks moving there. And it's 1st and 15.
Yeah. Just a little antsy. They know what they got to do, and they're ready to get started.
They were doing that Wildcat where they moved Damon Mason, the quarterback spot, and Keegan Johnson got a little too antsy on that time, kind of got leaning too far ahead. And it's 1st and 15 with 7:02 to go on a running clock.
So now they put Johnson back at the quarterback.
4 receivers set, twins to both sides. Scott City shuffles their personnel around. And a little confusion as they move Mesa over to the right side of the quarterback. They'll move Corbin Johnson in motion from left to right. 5 to snap it. It'll be an option play. They'll keep it. Well, Keegan Johnson, he'll turn it upfield, and he'll gain about 3 yards to the 30-yard line. The ball came out, but they officially rule him down at the 30. Jackson Rumford with the tackle.
That just looked like a cluster to me. I don't know about you.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Oh, it's just ridiculous, didn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're. I'm glad they're doing it. Since I'm a Beaver fan.
And Keegan, looking at Keegan Johnson, he is holding his left elbow as he talks to head coach Trey Teeter, first-year head coach there. They go to the sideline. It's his non-throwing elbow, but it's 2nd down and 13 to the 30 as we're at the midway point of the 4th quarter. They have 5 to snap, and Holcomb will have to burn a precious timeout. Their 2nd timeout with exactly 6 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. We'll take a 30-second break. 21-14 Scott City. 2nd and 13 for the Longhorns when play resumes in 30 seconds. This is Scott City football.
The dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting our customers in achieving maximum net return per acre. That is how we define our success. Through unparalleled agronomic advice and best-in-class customer service, you can depend on us to do what is best for your operation. Ask them today about their spot-on service and how it can fill your needs. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
Football presented once again by Clint's Diesel Repair, Shells, Flyers, and more. Brookover Cattle Company, Burning Farms Beef Belt, Beavertown FFL. Also Bartlett Grain, B&H Paving, and American Implement. It's 2nd down and 13 for Holcomb. They're down to 1 timeout left in the game. Exactly 6 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. It's 21-14 Scott City.
Holcomb has the ball on their 30.
2nd down and 13. Have it at the right hash mark as they go to the north end zone here in the 4th quarter. A 2-receiver set. They'll send a man in motion. It'll be a drop play up the middle to Damon Mason. Jackson Rumford meets him right in the hole. He may have lost a couple of inches on that play, but it's a big 3rd down and long coming up for Holcomb.
Scott City blitzed linebackers that time. Looked to me like everybody had a hole. Everybody take a hole. You know, where they just went between the guard and tackle. They went between the tackle and guard and center. Everybody just went upfield. That's exactly what we did. We got upfield and got him.
That's
the best time to stop Mesa.
This could be a passing situation. Longhorns are 3 of 6 on 3rd down. 5:20 to go in the game. 21-14. 3rd and 13 from their own 30. Johnson rolls to his right on 3rd down. He'll look downfield. Pass is going to be cut. He is going to be very close to the 1st down. Boy, they gave him an excellent spot right at the sticks at the 43-yard line. It looked like from our angle he was before the 43, but they gave him a good spot on a 1st down.
Oh, I'm telling you, Holcomb needed that in a bad way. They'd have went for that on 4th down, I think.
Oh, absolutely. But a big 1st and 10, and the clock stopped. That pass was complete to Jarrett Harrell, his 2nd reception, and they keep the drive alive with 5:12 to go, 21-14 Scott City. New set of downs for the Longhorns at their own 43, right hash mark. Corbin Johnson in motion from left to right. Keegan Johnson handed up the middle. This is to Damon Mesa. He will get 3 yards on 1st down to the 46. He was brought down by Case Armendariz, setting up a 2nd and 7 as we approach the 5-minute mark.
plenty of time in this game for all kinds of things to happen.
46-yard line. Boy, that was a big third down conversion for the Longhorns. They'll send Harold to the right. Braden Baston, he's a speedy receiver to the left. Kind of a flex bone set on 2nd down and 7. They'll hand it off up the middle to Damon Mesa. Goes to the right side. Got a first down and into the secondary inside the 40 to the Beaver 37-yard line.
Oh, my goodness.
That was a big play of 17 yards. He has 18 carries and 154 yards. And Holcomb's 14th first and 10 of the night.
When Mesa gets to moving, man, he is hard to bring down. How many guys hit him?
Quite a few. And Scott City is going to burn a timeout here with 4:20 to go. We'll take a 30-second break. We're at 21-14 for the Beavers. Back in 30 seconds. This is Scott City football.
At United, we believe in helping our neighbors.
Back here at Darner Field in Scott City, Holcomb to the Scott City 37-yard line. Coach Jim Turner burning a timeout, and really that was a good timeout, Tim, just to kind of settle the troops down and get reorganized and slow down Holcomb's momentum.
I agree totally with everything you just said. Here we are. It's a first down for Holcomb at the Scott City 37, and good time to, all right. Because you know how it is on defense. You know, after the team gets several of those 1st and 10s, you're just like, oh, my goodness, here we go.
37-yard line of Scott City for Holcomb. 1st and 10. Keegan Johnson will hand it off to Mesa. Goes right side, 35. Cuts across the 30, and he's got another first down. And he'll be finally brought down to the 25-yard line for 12 more. Jackson Rumford, Caden Couchman, among others on the tackle, but 12 more. And Holcomb going downhill on this drive.
They sure are. Mesa's the man at the moment. Looks to me like they just want to keep it on the ground. They got plenty of time, 4:10 to go here, and plenty of time. Especially if he gets 10 yards of whack.
He came in with 50 carries in 5 games. He has 19 for 166 and 2 touchdowns. They have it at the 25 of Scott City, 1st and 10 as we're under 4 to go in the game. 7-point Scott City lead. This is a keeper up the middle for Corbin Johnson, and he gets pretty good yardage on first down of 4 to the 21-yard line. Brought down by Bruner, looks like, and to bring up 2nd and 6.
Every time somebody else will carry the ball instead of Mesa, I think it's a good deal. So they just gave Mesa one play off. I bet they give it to him right now.
2nd and 6, 21 of Scott City for Holcomb. 3:20 to go. Holcomb has 1 timeout. Scott City has 2. It's 21-14 for the Beavers. And now Holcomb has to run another guy off. A lot of confusion, but they have plenty of time to snap it. A 3 receivers set to the right, 1 to the left. They'll send Corbin Johnson in motion. They'll give it to Mesa left side, and Cullen McDaniel hits him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage at the 23 and sets up a 3rd down and 8.
That was a great tackle by McDaniel. Well, Mesa hadn't got his full speed yet, and McDaniel hit him and he wrapped up both legs. He's right there. He wrapped up, but he couldn't move, and so Mesa couldn't move.
We have a lot of substitutions in and out. 3rd down and 8 for Holcomb. They're at the 23-yard line of Scott City with 2:35 to go. 21-14 Beaver lead. 15 to snap it. Here's Keegan Johnson rolling his right, looking down the same pass. It's going to be deflected and intercepted in the end zone. Intercepted. Avery Knoll off the hands of Corbin Johnson, and Knoll with his 2nd pick of the year. It's a touchback with 2:24 to go.
That was the best thing that could have happened for Scott City, was Holcomb decide to throw the football. I mean, there's 2:24 left. They're slashing us with David Mesa, and instead they throw the ball. I'm blown away that they did that. But Scott City, it hit the Holcomb kid in his hands. He could have caught the ball. Instead, it bounced off his hands, and Avery Knoll catches it in the end zone. Give the ball to Scott City at the 20.
When does Holcomb call their lone timeout left? Man in motion. Counterplay, Avery Knoll up the middle, 25 into the 27-yard line on first down. 7 on that play. Tackle made that time by Javid Corral.
Wow. Well, as long as we hang on to the football. Oh, yeah. Run clock. And Holcomb only has 1 timeout.
Yep. Scott City hanging on to a 7-point lead, 21-14. They're just taking their time. There's Coach Brian Gentry sends in the play with Griffin Edwards with 15 to snap it. Scott City has 2 timeouts, but the clock is on Scott City's side.
Yeah, we get a 1st and 10, game over.
Here we go. 2nd down and 2. Handoff left side. Cullen McDaniel. He's got that first down as he takes it to the 34-yard line with 1:29 to go.
Now we can. Yeah.
Baston with the tackle, but that is a huge play.
They should just go to the victory formation.
Well, yeah, they could. This is pretty much over. Scott City just needs 2 clean slaps with a minute 10 to go.
That's all they need. So
what a ball game tonight.
Well, it's the game we thought was going to happen, and it did. Close game all the way. Each team had an opportunity to win.
And Coach Jim Turner is going to call timeout with 2 seconds on the play clock. He's going to talk this over. This was a huge second half for Scott City, playing at 48 hours without their starting center all season long, and Brevin Volgamore, who had a injury on Thursday in practice. Ryan Lotta, his first career start. He had a couple of high snaps, but you know, he snapped the ball pretty well all night tonight.
He sure did.
Brooks Bailey re-aggravates an injury in the 3rd quarter, has not come in. He's got ice on his ankle. So another man down. They've withstood some runs by Holcomb in this second half as Ryan Lott is going to go over and get a football, and he's going to practice short snapping it to Camden Volgamore.
Probably. Has he ever done one? Direct
I don't think
snap?
so. So, yeah, and Volgamore, he's also practicing taking the knee.
Oh, man.
We got to do everything right.
Well, that was smart of him.
But at the same time, Scott City has to remember they got to get a clean snap off and a good exchange. This game's not over.
No.
54.5 seconds left. Both teams with the timeouts. The Beavers will go to a victory formation here, but you got to get a clean snap. He'll take a knee. Holcomb will not burn a timeout. There'll be 1 play left. It'll be a team loss of a yard. I tell you what, it was. Now Holcomb does burn a timeout with 43.5 seconds to go. That's actually a good play that time. That's their final timeout. You have to make a Scott City snap it more than 1 time, possibly.
Yeah.
And I think if you're the Beavers, you actually probably want to run about 3 seconds and then take your knee.
What do we got? 43?
Yeah.
I don't know. What down is it?
2nd down.
Coming up. They're still showing first over there.
Yeah, it's going to be 2nd and 12 at the 31-yard line. Scott City came into tonight -4 in the turnovers. They'll leave +2. Holcomb came in tonight +12, and they'll leave +10 right now. This is one of these games, Tim. I'll say this: you hated to see somebody lose. This was just such a great ball game, and both teams so much respect for each other. The coaches outstanding in their field, and you know. Holcomb is going to go to Hugoton next week. Scott City is going to go to Goodland. Volgamore will take a snap and will drop back a few yards. Now he'll take a knee with 39 seconds, and that is going to be it.
Yep. Now the clock can just run out.
That's going to be it here. Scott City shuts out Holcomb. Holcomb had been an explosive offensive team in the second half, their last couple of ball games. This is a huge win for Scott City. They're 5-1 and in the driver's seat for the District 8 championship, but they got to take care of business next Friday night and one less day of rest against a Goodland team still playing with a lot here. As the clock winds down here at Darner Field, Scott City's defense comes up big in the second half, and they hold on for a 21-14 win over the Holcomb Longhorns. Post-game coverage to begin after this 3-minute timeout. This is Scott City Beaver football.
The world needs more farmers, people who know the land, people who support rural communities, people who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
Lewis Automotive Group in Hayes, Dodge City, Garden City, Liberal, and Topeka treat the needs of each individual customer.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in